Thank you so much for joining the We Don't Play podcast show today, Steve. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, I'm so glad you're here today. We've connected on Clubhouse. You have an amazing product, an amazing business, and a very unique style that I said, guys have to come and taste this too. I can't be the only one having this party.
Yeah, we craft unique beverages. That's to be sure. Absolutely.
Let's start here. How did this start? Where did we begin? Where does Java Twist come from?
Okay, in 2019, we launched our very first flavor, which is, I'll show what it looks like. This is cold brew coffee with lemonade. Okay, so we make refreshing beverages and really unique beverages. We have a total of 9 drinks now, but rewind to 2019 when we launched one flavor, and it was really... Most people in the United States know what an Arnold Palmer is.
Yes.
It's iced tea and lemonade, very popular drink in and around the States, all over the world, actually.
Yeah.
Before that, I have been running coffee shops, and as a barista, I've been a barista for a long time now, over 20 years. And I've been running coffee shops and making drinks and R&D and drinks all the time. We were serving Arnold Palmers, right? Very popular. People come in to the cafe, the restaurant, and they want something to drink, and they like the Arnold Palmer, so they want one. One day, as I'm making these drinks, I ran out of iced tea, and I had cold brew coffee. And I said to myself, I wonder if this would work. And so I tried the coffee with the lemonade. I had to tweak it a little bit. And then I served to a couple of customers, and they were blown away, just blown away by the flavor and just the taste. It was incredible. I kind of, after that, was like looking to make it on my own because I walked away from the coffee world. It was too much. I was working 7 days a week and doing that whole thing because I still worked a full-time job and the coffee. And so I'm like, first of all, I wanted the drink again. So I started making it for me. And then I had other people asking me, hey, can I still get some of that? And so I started bottling it. I didn't know anything about bottling at the time. I didn't know anything about really running a business because I'd always worked for somebody else. And so that kind of was born out of how we started Java Twist, was really just very grassroots, very small business, right? We launched in 2019 with one flavor, and really quickly early on, I was pressing my own fruit. I was doing all sorts of stuff. I quickly learned what worked, what didn't work, but I also learned that coffee is very much like wine. It will go with a lot of different things. So if this worked for lemonade, why wouldn't it work for another fruit? So we started messing around with all sorts of fruits, and now I have 7 coffee with fruit flavors and 2 non-coffee drinks. We'll get into that later. But we make 9 crazy beverages. So lemon, lime, so like key lime pie with coffee. We make a pineapple juice with coffee, which is really sweet, pineapple forward coffee at the end. Cranberry, we're in Wisconsin, so cranberry is #1 exporter as far as fruit here in the Wisconsin, and so big time. So cranberry coffee, which is cranberry crack, I call it, is sweet, tart coffee. It's awesome. And then apple juice with Honeycrisp apple juice with coffee. So those 5 flavors coffee, we make 2 of them in the 0 sugar. Okay. So we use monk fruit versus regular sugar. The 5 original have regular sugar. We try to keep our ingredients real simple and clean. It's cold brew coffee, water, sugar, and the juice. And so really simple, straightforward, but because of that, you get a really refreshing mouthfeel. It's just a very unique drink because you get both aspects of the product. So like the lemon, you get lemonade and then you get coffee as well. It's just wild in your mouth. So then the 2 0 sugars, and then now we make 2 non-coffee drinks because I have a lot of kids and people that don't drink coffee. They come up to our events and they want something to drink. So I created, again, wild beverages, chocolate lemonade, which is a lemonade and then a little kiss of chocolate on the back end. It's wild. And then my blueberry lemonade, which is what we just launched this summer. So those 9 drinks now, really different than anywhere else. You can't get any one of them that I can find anywhere in the world. Forget about the US, for just the world is what we make and what we're doing. So that's who we are. That's how we started, and a little bit about Java Twists.
Wow. It really is Java Twist. It really is. It really speaks out the name, because I'm also thinking too Java, because I know there's a brand that talks about Java and they deal with coffee. So whenever someone hears Java, like I know in Kenya, for example, there's a place called Java Coffee. So you know that it's coffee you're talking about. So when someone hears Java, they're like, oh, coffee twist. But now you've done it in a way that it's not coffee related, but it's coffee enhanced. So it changes the mood. So I love that you brought that up, because you got me thinking about back in the day when water just used to be water before it became other things included. Because you now think about the chemicals, what people are taking, how people are drinking these things. So how have you seen the market so far, let's say 10 years ago and now?
The market for beverages like this? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
So the beverage industry is insane. You look at just selling straight water, like Lick Death, I'll use that name. They repackaged into a can, and it's really just water. And it's just incredible. The space is just blown up. And because of that, I go back to Starbucks in the 70s. Starbucks really became a household name in the 80s and the 90s, and it really is the McDonald's of the coffee world. It brought a lot of people into mainstream coffee, and because of it, it opened a lot of doors. Same thing what's going on in the beverage space right now. It's opening up so many different niche brands like mine that people would have never thought of before. Coffee with fruit. They still don't even, when I say it, it's a very sample heavy product. People want to try it before they buy it. So we sample at every event we go to, every special event, every fair, every farmer's market. Anywhere we go, we're sampling our product because we want people to taste it and really try it. Now, I still have a lot of people, because the more you do it, the more people trust you. They know you, they like you, they trust you. The more that they buy sight unseen. I mean, they'll go to my website and they'll buy 4 6-packs or whatever the case might be. I just shipped the whole case to California. He was, I don't know, I want it. Just send me a case. I said, okay. The more you're in the market, the more people see you, the more brand recognition. It just takes time. In 2019, I was a solopreneur. I have a business partner now who's in his 80s. He's a very wonderful man. He helps me, but he can only do so much. So I'm still very small and emerging in the beverage space. We're not even close to where this is market for Java Twist is uncapped.
I can see that. I can see it being part of, like, you're seeing them in refrigerators within different plazas. When you go to Target, you go to Amazon. Right. That's what I see, because this is where things begin. And think about Amazon, Tesla, Apple. It just starts with one thing, and then it takes one person to say one thing.
I agree. And the beverage is really, I'll use it this way. It's very versatile. So it's a ready to drink beverage in the beverage space. Ready to drink mean you can open it and just drink it as is. But a lot of my customers are using it as mixers. In fact, we just won 8 awards in New York in a cocktail competition, right? Because they took the drink, whichever drink it was, one of the 9, and they created a cocktail out of it. And so mixer categories at bars and restaurants, it's uncapped. The ready-to-drink shelf space at the grocery store or wherever, it's uncapped. The C-store, which is really a gas station quick grab, right? That's uncapped for me. I have also people taking, let's say, my apple one, and they're using it as a marinade, right? So they use the apple as a marinade. I had somebody take the pineapple, use it as barbecue sauce. Ooh. I know. I have people taking the drink, and it's best cold, but I have a lot of people taking the drink and heating it up as a hot cup of coffee. So the apple, almost a hot toddy, right? It's hot with the apple juice, and then it's also got the coffee in it. So really just, it continues to open up. The more I do this, the more it just continues to open.
This is huge. Steve, you have a huge thing right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's massive because I think about this is a natural resource. This is something people drink every day. They're going to buy 6 packs today, 12 packs tomorrow, 40 packs the next month.
I hope so.
No, it's definitely going to happen. What is the one thing you were thinking about the person who's drinking this at whatever flavor? What do you want them to be thinking about? You know how when you hear Coca-Cola, it's happiness. What is the motto? What is the mantra for Java Twist?
I'm really trying to bring value to someone in a beverage. And I try to bring them a flavor adventure. You can have a cola that's made by Coke or Pepsi or RC or you name it, right? And you get a similar experience every time you drink it, which again, I compare it to going to like McDonald's. You know what you're going to get. What I want is for when you to take one of my drinks and drink it, that you get this 5-star dining experience in a bottle. You get this unique flavor explosion in your mouth with a crazy mouthfeel, and the flavor, it's just so different than anything else you've ever had. Because really what you're getting, it plays tricks on your minds. You're getting both. You're getting pineapple juice, sweet, refreshing pineapple juice. And then you get this coffee that comes at the end. And you're like, what is going on? And when you drink it, especially for the very first time, you're like, this is wild. I'm not sure what to think. You like it. You're engaged. We post video after video of people trying different flavors that we have because it's so visceral, the reaction that they have to the beverage. I can't explain it. You just have to try it. But that's really what I want. Bringing you value as a consumer that can give you an incredible experience from a beverage.
You got me thinking about sports when you said that, because the World Cup is coming soon. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of things. People think of Gatorade, they think of Prime, they think of even Messi's drink. But now I'm thinking, imagine you're at a bar, you're at a restaurant, you're at a dining, you're at a game, you're maybe watching the game, and you have a Java Twist in your hand, and you're enjoying that because it's unique. It's not, oh, what's that? It's, oh, that's different. That's not Coke. That's not Sprite. But it tastes better than your regular, because you already know what the taste is. You don't know what this taste is. So it's like when people are eating, they don't know what they're going to taste until they like what they like.
I agree.
Yeah. When I'm looking at flavors now, what has been the top, I would say your top 3. You know how you have like your elite squad. So what would be your top for you?
All right. So I told you before we were in Wisconsin, my cranberry drink is probably my number 1 coffee. It's very cranberry forward. It's refreshing. You get sweet because there's sugar, or the monk fruit. Either way, you get tart because it's cranberry and it's naturally tart. And then you get this coffee that kind of comes in as almost chocolatey, but it's coffee. And so it has a very subtle, unique flavor that it's out of this world. So cranberry is probably right up at the top of the list. Believe it or not, my chocolate lemonade is selling busters for me. I think it's an initial step of, okay, it's lemonade, it's not coffee. So more people understand what lemonade should taste like. And so they're more apt to try it first time without even sampling it. And so take, for example, our stores at Meijer stores has our chocolate lemonade. It's our best selling flavor at the Meijers in our area, which is a Walmart, Target. It's in the Midwest, and we're in 7 Meijer stores in Wisconsin. And so my chocolate lemonade is selling very well there because you walk by it and they're not sampling it. They're just looking at it like, what is this? And so they buy it. And so those 2 for sure. Our blueberry is doing very strong. The blueberry lemonade at events and special events and things. I'd say probably those top 3, but the 4th one, I go back to, it's very seasonal, okay? And it's also demographics. The lime sells very well in the southern part of the U.S. for lime, right? So Florida's of the world love the lime because they're more lime type of, that's their jam. Lemon is very popular, kind of mid states, right? Southern, that type of flavor. The apple's more northern. So it's really just an eclectic mixed bag. And it just depends on the audience that's drinking or trying. So I'll do an event in one state or in one city, and then I'll go to do another event in another city, and I have completely different what's the top four.
Wow.
But those 3 or 4, I would say the original cranberry, the lemon, the chocolate, and then the blueberries doing very well as well. So those 4 flavors right now. The rest of them, they still sell, just not as well as those 4.
And I feel like it's going to be more so even in the season. Oh, it's hot, or it's springtime. I'd rather have a pineapple, or I'll eat a pineapple and drink a Java Twist pineapple. Yeah,
that's right. And I think it has just goes to the flavor of different strokes for different folks, but also there's different fruits around the country, first of all in the US, but also around the world. You're eating different fruits in where you're from versus where I'm from. It's just the nature of what it is. So that's your palate that's used to that, like cranberries, big Wisconsin. But cranberries not big everywhere else. You follow me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I love that you said that. I think a lot of people now want to get their hands on it. They're like, okay, I love what I'm hearing. I want to taste it too. What options do they have? What's the process, and how do they get it delivered?
So the simplest and easiest way, this is the shelf-stable, ready-to-drink product. I can ship it right to your house. So you just go onto our website, which is www.java-twist. So really simple, java-twist.com. You can also Google it. Just Google Java Twist. You can find us. And then on my website, there's I made my own website because as a solopreneur, you got to do it. So it's a Shopify page, pretty simple. You just go on there and you have a catalog and you can pick whatever flavor you want. There's also a mixed 6-pack. So you can pick the mixed 6-pack, gives you 6 different variety things. So you can try more than one flavor. If one isn't resonating with you and you just don't know, that's how I would suggest you do it. Otherwise, if you live in Wisconsin or in the Wisconsin area, obviously we have our own storefront in Wisconsin where we actually bottle it. So you can come to our store, or you can do any special event that I go to. And we post all of our special event on social media, on all of our social media platforms to try to get the word out of what we're doing and where we're going.
This is good, man. This is good, Steve. I'm so happy. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you're talking about this. And I think a lot of people need to try things newly for the first time because we're so used to our regular sugar and butter. We got to move it up a little bit because there's a lot more that's out there than we even know about. This is so good. I really love that you mentioned this. I got a question about coffee. So when I'm thinking about coffee and let's say somebody's drinking it and they're using it for sports, is there going to be an enhancement because of the coffee and the alertness as opposed to somebody that's drinking it in the night that wants to stay up? What are the dynamics like?
All right. So first off, it's not meant to be an energy drink. Okay. It's not meant to be your typical replacement to your cup of coffee. But what happens is let me back up a second. It's cold brew coffee. Okay. So we don't need as much in the bottle. So like, for example, all of these beverages, 12-ounce beverage has about a third of a cup worth of coffee. But because there's fruit in it, you're refreshed, you're naturally energized because there is the little bit of kiss of coffee in it, and it does have caffeine, right? So you get the refreshment from the fruit, you get the natural caffeine because of the cold brew, right? And then you feel just more energized. I have found that I feel more energized after drinking a bottle of Java Twist versus a regular cup of coffee, right? Now it's also the sugar. It helps with that, right? If you go with the monk fruit option, then you don't have to worry about the sugar and you're getting then more natural. You're getting the lemon or the cranberry in those 2 flavors, as well as our blueberry lemonade, but specifically the coffee ones, coffee with lemon and coffee with cranberry, both have an option for monk fruit, which means you get this natural sweetener and without the added sugar, the fruit, the coffee, you're getting both. So all of that to say, that it's not meant to be energy drink. It's not meant to take your replacement of the morning caffeine, right? But it will not keep you awake till midnight or 1 in the morning because of it doesn't have a lot of caffeine, if that makes sense to you. So hopefully I answered your question. I think I did.
Yes, you did. I just wanted people to be aware so that they don't substitute, because sometimes they're like, oh, coffee, okay. They don't know the amount. They don't read the label. They just drink. So I wanted to make sure people are aware of that too.
About a third of a cup's worth of coffee per bottle. And what'll happen then is, like I said, you'll get the coffee, but you'll get the refreshing fruit too. So you get both, and it really just energizes you, but without that crazy. A lot of coffee, it gives you a lag. I hate to say it that way, but because it's acidic, coffee by nature, if you brew it hot, is very acidic. Cold brew coffee takes away acidity, okay? So the acid goes away. So you get this fruit that is naturally acidic, and then you get the cold brew, and it just mirrors perfectly. Cold brew really is the reason why this drink works. If I had to give you a secret, cold brew is my secret. It's wonderful.
This is huge. Wow. Thank you, Steve, for sharing this with us. And I'm so happy that you're here. And a lot of people are going to learn how to drink differently. I think I can use it like that. Drink differently, because you are what you eat, you are what you drink. And if you're drinking fruits, if you can't eat a bag of pineapples, you can at least drink 2 bottles of Java.
Absolutely.
That's so great, man. Thank you so much. If people want to connect with you, reach you directly, I know you talked about the website. Is there anything that you have for them that they could also pay attention to so that they can also lean in?
We're on a lot of different platforms, as I know you are as well. We have an Instagram presence, Facebook presence, obviously. I have a LinkedIn page. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. So we're on all sorts of different platforms. I'm happy to connect with anybody on any level. My phone number is on our website. That's my personal cell phone. If you want to call and ask me a direct question, I'm happy to answer you. I have email on our website. Really, however you want to connect with me, I am happy, and I would love to connect with you.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. God bless you for being here. Appreciate you for staying with us on the We Don't Play podcast show. And we can't wait to bring you back to hear all the great news and awards that you're going to be getting soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me. God bless you. And we look forward to the future. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, that was an episode, right? Thank you so much for listening to the We Don't Play podcast show. I'm so glad that you're here and you are sticking tight with us, especially to the very end. Now, this is season 11 and we're going to do it differently. And I want to make sure that every episode you listen to has something to give back so that you can also learn more after you listen. Now, We Don't Play podcast show is where you listen, you live, you learn, and you earn. So if you're in any of those positions out of those 4, please make sure that you reach out to me. Send out an email through info@playinc.online. That's info@playinc.online. Or you could go to playinc.online, which is a website, www.playinc.online, playinc.online, and schedule a call so that we can get you on an SEO discovery call to talk about your business and help you with your marketing needs. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helped you. See you in the next episode. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Bye.